Hi, this is Attorney Mike Grevlin coming to you from Chicago as usual, and today we're going to look at Better Call Saul Season 3, Episode 8. It's called Slip. It's good stuff. Let's do it. So this episode kicks off with Chuck finally having a little self-reflection about his little electric allergy.
And beyond the shadow of a doubt that there was a battery, a fully charged battery, almost next to my skin for the better part of 2 hours. And I felt nothing.
Meanwhile, Jimmy's still trying to unload his commercial time that he purchased when he was still an attorney, and he's having a hard time with it. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, what's to stop us from paying the station to just keep running the one we have?
That's not what we agreed to. How about that for starters?
So here, Jimmy starts playing hardball with his prospective clients.
Well, we pay you $4.50 for the one that already aired, and then we take it from there.
Guys, I don't want to get technical on you, but that commercial, it doesn't actually belong to you. It's the real and intellectual property of Saul Goodman Productions.
Finally, it ends poorly for Jimmy here. They see through his business model and decide that they're not going to play ball, and it sets up this episode's favorite line.
And it's my commercial, and you can't run it without my permission.
Oh, okay. Want to play it like that? Mm-hmm. Okay. $450 is now off the table. Yeah, and that crew of yours? Yeah, just a bunch of UNM students. We can get those.
We can't get students.
If you like any of this content, the best way to support me and the channel is to hit like, subscribe, share with friends, and put some comments in the comment section below. So in response to that, Jimmy goes back to the thing that works best for him, a Slippin' Jimmy special.
Are you okay?
It was a drumstick. It was laying loose in the aisle. Somebody call an ambulance. No, you don't need to.
Here, Howard sees Kim at lunch with his former client, so it's his former associate with his former clients, and he decides to ratchet up the awkwardness by walking over and talking to them at the table.
She sure is. We sure are. Seems like just yesterday she was logging hours in doc review. Always a pleasure to see one of our proteges spread her wings and leave the nest.
Kim's had about enough of this nonsense, and she finds Howard and tries to end it right here.
You were very generous when I left HHM, but it never sat right with me that you covered my law school loans.
Seemed to sit right at the time.
I appreciate the gift, but now that I'm able to afford it, I want to pay you back.
So you appreciate the gift?
Yes, I do.
You know what I'm doing in there?
Meanwhile, Nacho's working on his plan to replace Hector's heart medication with, it looks like it was ibuprofen, just so that wouldn't be effective. Here, he puts his plan into action in a very tense, high emotion sort of scene, and it works to perfection. Meanwhile, Jimmy's back at his usual tricks out at his community service assignment.
Hey, no judgments, all right? The man's got to make a living. I'm just saying the way you make yours rhymes with mug mealer.
What are you, a knock?
I'm the guy who's going to get you out of here and let you keep your hours.
So he uses a little variation on the Slippin' Jimmy technique, and he kind of recycles the fall from the music store in order to do so.
Kiss it all goodbye. Look, out here, you might be King Douche Nozzle, but in court, you are little people. Look.
Here he lays it out for the community service supervisor or whatever he is in no uncertain terms.
You can go to your wife, you can explain to her you're about to lose your job, your pension, whatever pinhole of a reputation you've got at the bowling alley on Global Sundays, or let my friend here visit his sick daughter in the hospital. And
Meanwhile, Mike goes to Gus for a little help with money laundering.
I've got a problem I think you can help me with. I've got cash I can't spend. About $200,000.
Gus understands the situation, but handles it in his Gus sort of corporate uptight way.
Now, it seems to me you opened this place to solve a similar problem.
And you think that solution could be applied to you?
Takeaways here are Jimmy is still having a hard time with the sanctions placed upon him by the Bar Association. Kim is about tired of Howard's interference in her life. And Mike and Gus are working together, you know, basically for money laundering for Mike's purposes, but that's going to pull Mike closer to Gus for his purposes. And the other big takeaway here is Nacho's has made a big move on his plan to take out Hector. Here at Law Talk, we do a lot of videos answering common legal questions. We also do reviews of law in the movies and on TV. We also share some of our more interesting cases. We're always putting out new videos. So if you like that, please hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell.